The NEC, or National Electrical Code, does not mandate wet location conductors specifically for installations within Liquidtight Flexible Metal Conduit, or LFMC, connecting an outside disconnector and HVAC unit unless the installation meets the definition of a wet location according to the NEC. The crucial aspect revolves around correctly interpreting the NEC definition of a wet location. The NEC defines a wet location as any outdoor location where the equipment is exposed to weather or subjected to saturation with water or other liquids. This definition includes locations exposed to direct sunlight, rain, snow, or other forms of precipitation, as well as locations where condensation or moisture accumulation is probable. This means that raceways directly buried in the earth are considered wet locations, and conductors within must be listed for use in wet locations. A key point to consider is whether the interior of the Liquidtight conduit is classified as a wet location. While the exterior of the conduit is undoubtedly exposed to the elements, the NEC does not automatically classify the interior of a raceway as a wet location simply because it is located outdoors. The NEC focuses on locations where water or moisture is likely to accumulate or be present for extended periods. If the Liquidtight conduit is installed in a manner that prevents water from entering and accumulating within the raceway, the interior is generally not considered a wet location. This determination relies on factors such as the integrity of the conduit connections, the slope of the conduit run, and the presence of any potential entry points for moisture. For example, if the conduit connectors are properly sealed and the conduit is sloped to allow drainage, the risk of water accumulation is minimized. The NEC Section 300.9 addresses raceways in wet locations, stating that where raceways are installed in wet locations above grade, the interior of these raceways is also considered to be a wet location. Insulated conductors and cables installed in raceways in wet locations above grade are required to be listed for use in wet locations. However, this section does not apply to the specific scenario where the raceway is liquidtight and designed to prevent water ingress. The NEC requires that conductors be suitable for the conditions of use, including temperature, voltage, and environmental factors. For wet locations, conductors must be listed and labeled as suitable for use in wet environments, such as those with the W suffix in their designation, like THWN or XHHW. These conductors have insulation that is resistant to moisture and can withstand prolonged exposure to water without degrading. The application of wet location conductors depends on several factors, including the specific environment, the type of raceway, and the potential for moisture accumulation. In the case of Liquidtight conduit, if the conduit is properly installed and maintained to prevent water from entering, standard conductors, such as THHN, may be acceptable. However, if there is a reasonable expectation of water entering the conduit, even intermittently, wet location conductors are required. For installations involving outdoor HVAC units, the NEC provides guidance on the selection and installation of conductors. The NEC Section 440.31 covers the general requirements for conductors supplying air conditioning and refrigeration equipment. This section emphasizes the need for conductors to have sufficient capacity to carry the load and to be suitable for the operating conditions. While it does not explicitly mandate wet location conductors for all outdoor HVAC applications, it underscores the importance of selecting conductors that can withstand the environmental conditions. When determining whether to use wet location conductors in Liquidtight conduit for an outdoor HVAC unit, consider the following. Firstly, evaluate the potential for water to enter and accumulate within the conduit. If the conduit is exposed to direct rainfall, snow, or other forms of precipitation, and there is a possibility of water entering through fittings or connections, wet location conductors are recommended. Secondly, assess the integrity of the conduit system. Ensure that all fittings and connections are properly tightened and sealed to prevent water from entering. Use appropriate sealing compounds or tapes to create a watertight barrier. Thirdly, consider the climate and weather conditions in the area. In regions with frequent rainfall, high humidity, or extreme temperature fluctuations, wet location conductors may be a prudent choice, even if the risk of water entry appears minimal. Fourthly, consult with local electrical inspectors or authorities having jurisdiction to obtain their interpretation of the NEC requirements and to ensure compliance with local codes and regulations. The ampacity of conductors must be determined in accordance with NEC section 310.15. This section provides tables and guidelines for determining the allowable ampacity of conductors based on their insulation type, size, and ambient temperature. When using wet location conductors, it is important to consult the appropriate ampacity tables for wet locations, as the allowable ampacity may be different from that of dry locations. The NEC specifies various types of conductors that are suitable for wet locations. Some common examples include firstly THWN. This is a thermoplastic high heat resistant nylon coated wire that is commonly used in wet locations. It has a temperature rating of 75 degrees Celsius in wet locations and 90 degrees Celsius in dry locations. Secondly, XHHW. This is a cross-linked polyethylene high heat resistant wire that is suitable for both wet and dry locations. It has a temperature rating of 75 degrees Celsius in wet locations and 90 degrees Celsius in dry locations. Thirdly, RHW. This is a rubber heat-resistant wire that is suitable for wet locations. It has a temperature rating of 75 degrees Celsius. Fourthly, use. This is an underground service entrance cable that is designed for direct burial in the earth. It is suitable for wet locations and has a temperature rating of 75 degrees Celsius. When selecting conductors for an outdoor HVAC unit, consider the voltage rating of the equipment. Ensure that the conductors are rated for the voltage of the circuit and that they comply with the NEC requirements for voltage drop. The NEC section 210.19 provides guidelines for minimizing voltage drop in branch circuits. Voltage drop can cause equipment to operate inefficiently and can even damage sensitive electronic components. The NEC also addresses the installation of conductors in raceways with regard to fill capacity. The NEC section 344.22 specifies the maximum number of conductors that can be installed in a conduit based on the conduit size and the conductor size. Overfilling a conduit can lead to overheating of the conductors and can damage the insulation. In addition to the general requirements for conductors, the NEC also includes specific requirements for grounding and bonding. The NEC section 250 covers the requirements for grounding and bonding electrical systems. Grounding and bonding are essential for ensuring electrical safety and for preventing electrical shock hazards. The NEC requires that all metal enclosures and equipment be properly grounded. This includes the metal frame of the HVAC unit, the metal conduit, and the metal disconnect switch. Grounding provides a low impedance path for fault current to flow back to the source, which helps to trip the circuit breaker and de-energize the circuit in the event of a fault. Bonding is the process of connecting all metal parts of the electrical system together to create an electrically continuous path. Bonding helps to equalize the voltage potential between different metal parts, which reduces the risk of electrical shock. The NEC specifies several methods for grounding and bonding electrical systems. Some common methods include firstly, using a grounding electrode conductor to connect the metal enclosure to a grounding electrode, such as a ground rod or a metal water pipe. Secondly, using a bonding jumper to connect the metal conduit to the metal enclosure. Thirdly, using a grounding type receptacle to provide a path for fault current to flow back to the source. The NEC also addresses the use of flexible metal conduit in wet locations. The NEC section 350.12 specifies the requirements for using flexible metal conduit in wet locations. Flexible metal conduit is a type of raceway that is commonly used for connecting electrical equipment in outdoor locations. It is flexible and easy to install, but it is not as watertight as rigid conduit. When using flexible metal conduit in wet locations, it is important to use fittings that are listed for use in wet locations. These fittings are designed to prevent water from entering the conduit. It is also important to seal the ends of the conduit to prevent water from entering. The NEC requires that flexible metal conduit be supported at intervals not exceeding 4.5 feet. This helps to prevent the conduit from sagging and from accumulating water. In summary, when installing conductors in Liquidtight Conduit for an outdoor HVAC unit, carefully consider the potential for water to enter the conduit. If there is a reasonable expectation of water entering the conduit, wet location conductors are required. Otherwise, standard conductors may be acceptable, provided that the conduit is properly installed and maintained to prevent water from accumulating. Always consult the NEC and local codes to ensure compliance with all applicable requirements. Specifically, referring to NEC 300.5, underground installations, it indicates the requirements for wiring methods and installation. Direct buried cables or raceways must be installed per table 300.5. Also, NEC 300.5b discusses ground movement. Where direct buried conductors and cables are subject to movement by settlement or frost, they must be arranged so as to prevent damage to the cable or raceway. Loose coil of extra length is one method. NEC 300.7 discusses raceways exposed to different temperatures. Where portions of an interior raceway system are exposed to different temperatures, such as through a building from the outdoors or from a cool area to a warm area, the raceway must be sealed to prevent warm air from drawing moisture into the raceway. NEC 300.9 specifically addresses raceways in wet locations above grade and requires conductors approved for wet locations. However, this section refers to raceways where it is expected water can enter, and may not apply to sealed Liquidtight conduit systems. Final decision will rest on the local AHJ interpretation.